think the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission chairperson was spot on in terms of the unfair distribution of maize, basically on more or less partisan lines, which is definitely against the whole criteria which should be used to give food to people. This is food aid, and some of it is also drought relief. It must be seen in areas where people have suffered, drought-stricken areas. The Norton situation currently certainly does certainly support what the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission says, and certainly goes against what the president thinks is happening. The Honourable Member of Parliament for Mhondoro-Mubaira, Honourable Ngangarawa, is signing for the maize at the GMB Norton depot, meant for Mhondoro-Mubaira as a rural, but that maize is being diverted and going to Norton. Norton has no Member of Parliament right now. So how is that maize coming to Norton and being signed at GMB? Mutrango is no longer the Member of Parliament. There's a by-election. So who is it in authority that is doing that? So one, the people of Mhondoro-Mubaira are now being shortchanged and diverting that maize to Think Norton so that they can vote by. So that maize is being used for vote buying instead of going to those who are really suffering. It's a big scandal. It has to be investigated. GMB has got the records. The Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission equally has got to be involved in that. The police has got to be involved, and we must get to the bottom of this. How come maize has been diverted? Already that's fraud. And you are certainly making the people of Mhondoro-Mubaira suffer because of a by-election that they want to win through vote buying. And the maize that they're giving the people is not even sufficient. This is 2 gallons per family. And 2 gallons really is not even sufficient for even a meal of think 20, a meal of 10. So why doesn't it go to who it's intended to? All that certainly does justify the unfair distribution of maize. GMB, once again, is under the state. It's a parastatal under the state. And Made has been in Norton campaigning, promising people maize. He is the minister responsible for that. And quite clearly you can see why there's that diversion. He's equally campaigning in Norton too, using that maize, certainly using his office as Minister of Agriculture to say, we have food, we have maize, we're bringing it to you.
You are watching ZimdiTv.
Do you foresee this Anti-Corruption Commission or ZTRP or in the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission acting on these allegations, considering the utterances of the president after the report that the Human Rights Commission presented that gave a glaring picture over the way politicians, especially ZANU-PF, were manipulating people using food aid?
I think Zimbabweans, I must commend the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission. I think they have really risen above, the call of duty. I think they are now really being patriotic, because the call of duty, demands for them to listen to the party that has given them the job. But they're now being very patriotic, they're independent, and they're making decisions based on a better Zimbabwe. I would expect ZEC to behave the same as the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Committee. I don't see them doing that. The police, I don't equally see them doing that, and so forth. But you've got to understand that the judiciary has shown that despite the President remarks on on some of the decisions made and some of the judgment in the protests and demonstrations, they've still gone ahead to give judgments in favor of the people who have applied for it, and that's based on merit. The judgment by Justice Chigumba on the protest and demonstration was a welcome move. It was based on merit. It was based on the rights of the people, despite the president saying that these judges, are not on our side. So we need more people to rise above that. And this is the time when you must now be patriotic and save your country and really be beyond that kind of partisan attitude, which we've seen most parastatals or most commissions showing at the end of the day. That's something which I think in good time, I think we can see it happening. And heads off to Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission. If you see the president attacking you, then you're doing a good job. If he's not attacking you, then you're not doing a good job. So other commissions must ask themselves, why are we not the talk when the president is addressing issues? The Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission were very positive, very progressive in their reports, even on the Wulungwe West by-election, where they said it as it was. They cannot be the enemy of the state, but they can be really an institution that supports and helps the state at the end of the day. Writing a negative report based on facts must not make the president angry. He must actually act on it. That's why he puts those people there. Too many yes men, has made this country where it is today, and I think that culture must stop.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, ZimdiTv News, and be the first to receive breaking news and stories making headlines. And also subscribe to our website, ZimdiTvNews.com, and never miss a story.